So today I'm gonna do a video reading to see if Michael Jackson is alive or not. Okay, let's try to see. I'm not going to put any personal opinion in this reading. It's going to be purely spiritual, and we're going to get to see what's going on. All right, let's shuffle the cards and see. Spirit guides and angels and highest energies of all. I'd like to please tap into the energy of the King of Pop, Michael Jackson, to see whether or not he have been murdered like it was said in 2009. So, did he really die? Did Michael Jackson really die? Judgment, first card. Okay. Did Michael Jackson really die? Temperance, Three of Cups. Okay. And Seven of Cups. Very, very interesting set of cards. We will get to them shortly, but let me pull some more. Did Michael Jackson really die like the media says, or was it a lie? Did he die or is he alive? Did he really die? Did Michael Jackson die, spirits, or is he still alive? We have expectation, we have thief, we have child as well. And at the bottom, I have pathway. Let's shuffle though a little bit more. Get one more card more. We have main male and occupation. Beneath the occupation, we have poverty. I think that Michael Jackson have decided to leave his occupation because we have poverty and occupation. So I can see here that Michael Jackson may have decided to abandon his occupation or abandon his spotlight life, being under the spotlight, so he abandoned his occupation. That's why we have poverty, and poverty is beneath the occupation card. Occupation obviously here talks about his career, right? So, and the poverty is speaking about leaving something out, taking something out of the equation. So this person, Michael Jackson, definitely have decided to leave his occupation is what I can see. But the interesting thing that really caught my eye with these tarot cards that I just pulled is the Judgment and the Temperance card. Now, the Temperance card is a card of healing. The Judgment is here more or so speaking about this person, like his life is being in renewal. So he's not dead, right? Because, the Judgment card in tarot, it usually speaks about renewal, right? Getting back, usually like in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you do see people coming out of their graves, right? They're coming back to life, okay? And that's what the Judgment is about. It's about renewal, right? Getting back to life. Now, in this question scenario where we're asking about Michael Jackson and whether he's dead or alive, the Judgment card is a card of renewal, and therefore this tells me that he still is alive. Because in this case scenario, it's speaking that he still is like continuing his life, like continuing his legacy, like he still is there, right? But he is out of his occupation, like I said. Now, the Temperance, I'm just explaining it here like card by card for those who don't know tarot or who just want to understand more. And here with the Temperance, and this is a card of healing, right? This is a card of basically this person being in good health, good shape. And I was asking if he's alive or if he's actually really dead, right? Or passed on. And the Temperance is a card of harmony. It's a card of healing. It's a card of this person, being okay. All right. And what proves that to me also, or double confirms the energy that he's alive, is the Three of Cups, which means he's living his life, right? You can see how these people are like, they're having fun, they're networking, they're together. So this person is definitely still alive. Okay. Michael Jackson is alive. All right. He still is living, you can see, like among his close circle of people. I think that he's very close to maybe 3 people or 2 people maximum in his social circle, not more than that. But I see also the 7 of Cups, which is kind of what made me really be so confident in saying the answer that I'm saying here right off the bat, because the 7 of Cups is a card of it's a card of gossip, right? It's a card of gossip, but it's also a card of like making things up, right? So I definitely feel like his death was made up. And I feel like here it was made up because it wanted people to distract, like he wanted people to be distracted off and away from him, right? And I will get to it shortly as to why did he do that, right? What's the reason that he did do that? But the 7 of Cups is a card of definitely, like I said, like making things up, right? There's something here that's like, foggy, right? He created this fog for a purpose. And what's interesting is the next set of cards here with the Kepler's deck. We do have here the Child card. We have Expectation. We have Thief, and we have Main Male, right? So Child is here with the Expectation. The Child with the Expectation card, again, the Child card it's kind of similar, reminds me of the Judgment, because the Child and the Judgment card have the similar energy of like starting over, right? Because the Child card here usually represents new beginnings. I could have gotten the Coffin card, right? Because there's a Coffin card that's called the Coffin in the Kepler deck, but out of all the cards, these are the cards we got. And the Child card here is next to the Expectation. So in a way, I feel like here that he wanted to change. He didn't want people to put their eyes or put their attention on him anymore. And therefore, I see here the Expectation card being next to the Thief, because this person was running away from something, I feel. All right, I feel like Michael Jackson was escaping someone or something, which is why he have created this sort of foggy air, right, of, him being dead and, and just, like he died and everything like that, because he was like trying to escape a situation or avoid a situation, especially maybe a masculine. Maybe he was like escaping from a masculine in specific. Because I do have Main Male and I have Thief, okay? Whomever this Main Male may have been malicious, or he did not really want Michael to be around us, So because of that, he was trying to escape this male, and therefore he tried to create this sort of fog, right? That he is, dead, he's gone, he's not among us anymore. But I don't think that was the case. Let's try to see more about this. This is definitely very intriguing for me, and I feel like I want to dive in deeper into this. So let's try to see more. Tell me more about Michael and if he's among us or not. What's happening here? Okay, this card was flipped from before, but I'm gonna just flip it back. Let's see. All right, is he among us right now or not? Okay, we have here Seduction. Tell me more. Is he among us right now or not? We have Official Person, and we have Main Male. You see, the fucking Main Male keeps coming up twice. Okay, look at this. Main Male, Main Male. There is a masculine here that was the reason behind why Michael have done all of this, right? The reason why he did all of this sort of stage is because of a Main Male, right? That was malicious or that just had some things maybe against Michael. But this Main Male is an Official Person, okay? This Main Male is an Official Person. This Main Male is a dominant figure, okay? Because we have Main Male and we have Official Person. And it says here, person in uniform. It says dominant. It says here, rules and regulations, obligations. I think that he was obliged, or he was obligated to create this sort of death sort of rumor, right, about him, because he was obligated to do so. All right, he was obligated to do so. I think that Michael had maybe 2 choices that were given to him. One is to fake his death and just disappear from the celebrity life, or he gets, you understand what I'm talking about. I can't say it, like Killed, okay? So he had 2 choices, and I see that he did choose the first one. okay? Because there were just two choices in front of him. And the master of this sort of evilness is a male, all right? Not a woman, it's a male. I really feel like this was just a huge play, all right? We have here, it says here, play. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm hoping that it's focusing or you guys are able to see it or not. But it says here, play. But I think that this was just a huge sort of play, you know, of faking his death. But that's not really what happened. I think he was just escaping from someone. We're going to try to dig this deeper, but he felt like he was responsible for his own life and therefore he decided to do this. This was a very hard decision for Michael, and I'm going to be asking further again. I'm going to double check again. Is he alive among us or not? Because again, that's the topic of the video. So is Michael really dead? Is Michael really dead? Is Michael really dead or is he alive? Okay, let's try to see. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Death card. We have the Five of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Could you clarify for me the Ten of Swords and the Death card, please? We have the Six of Swords. It was his way to move away. This sort of death, sort of news, was his way to basically move away. And by the way, I see that he's always on the go, or he's always traveling, going from one place to the other. But that was his way of holding himself back from problems or conflicts that were going on around him. I see that Michael definitely had a lot of battles with some people, more than one person. Lots of like arguments or disputes that he had with more than one person, not just one individual, more than one. But that was his way of escaping all of this, or just taking his distance and, you know, stepping back, okay, from this hassle, right? Let's try to clarify this further. Why do we have the Ten of Swords and the Death card? Just clarify this more. Is he really dead or is he among us? We have the Three of Wands. Yeah, like he decided to basically like get out of the inner picture and just like stand back and watch things from the outside, right? The Three of Wands. Let's see. Is he alive, spirits? Is he alive? Is Michael Jackson alive between us right now? We have the Moon and we have the Three of Pentacles. And it's actually very creepy that we have the Three of Pentacles, because I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I do hope that you can, but I will try to like maybe zoom in. You guys see how there's this like person who is like trying to basically, I don't know, like I guess sculpt the statue. And we all know that Michael liked a lot to change his physical looks, right? So I see that he definitely changed the way he looks. Like he doesn't go out like in public with his like face, right? So I see that this person definitely have faked his death, right? Because I also have the Moon, and the Moon is the card of deception, right? So I definitely see that there is some sort of hidden things here that it's not what it seems. Like this is deeper than what it looks like, okay? This is deeper than what it looks like. And it's complicated as well, all right? Because the different kind of levels that led Michael to this decision of faking his death were multiple. And I see that two people tried to help him here, you know, basically to fake his death. Like two people in specific. I don't know who these two people are, but there are two people that were standing behind Michael's back trying to help him or support him in this like plan. Is what I'm getting here. All right, let's try to see here. Tell us more, spirits. Is he alive and among us right now? Can you tell us the truth? We have the Four of Wands. Is he alive and among us right now? I feel like also we have here the Three of Swords and we have the Four of Wands. Let's try to see. Why do we have the Three of Swords? We have the King of Swords and the Four of Cups. And by the way, the doctor that they sent him, he's in this plan. You know, like he was in this plan. He was a part of this act, okay? He did not innocent, but you know why he was innocent, this doctor? He was innocent because he was in this sort of play, right? He was a part of this. He knows the truth. He knows that Michael have not died. This doctor knows the truth, and I'm going to ask about that in specific. All right, let's ask about that. The doctor that was with Michael on the day that he died, did he know about this plan? Does he know now that Michael is alive? I'm just going to ask that right away and straightforward. The doctor, Michael Jackson's doctor, personal doctor, that was Echo Jackson. I did say the K-I-L-I-N-G word, so I probably edited the video so it doesn't show me saying that because I don't want the video to be taken down. But let's try to see if this person knows, right? His personal doctor that was accused of the thing, you know? Does he know that Michael Jackson is alive? Does he know that Michael Jackson is alive right now? Five of Wands, the Emperor and the Hermit. Does he know that Michael Jackson is alive? Okay. Page of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Eight of Cups. Yes, he does know. And he was paid a lot of money, by the way. He was paid a lot of money, of course, because, I mean, he was put in jail, right? He went through all this sort of emotional pressure. He knows, but he would never, like, basically admit that. He knows that he's alive, but he would never admit that because that would cause problems for Michael again. Just as a double confirmation, I feel like I want to pull more of a confirmation. So, does this doctor know that Michael Jackson is alive right now? Ace of Cups, Justice, the Lovers, Nine of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. Yes, he does know. And by the way, this doctor loves Michael very much, just so that you know. I think maybe he was his doctor for more than, like, a lot of time. But I don't think he died. And I think the doctor knows that Michael is alive. Michael is alive. Michael is alive. I just want to see something that I want to really see. I want to see if Michael will ever come to the open and reveal himself. That's a very interesting question. I would love to see it because I'm feeling something here, but we'll try to see that, what's going on when it comes to this topic. Okay. Will Michael ever reveal this whole thing or not? Will we ever know as public? Will we ever know the truth? Seven of Swords. You see the Seven of Swords, man. Six of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Fuck. Oh my gosh, I should maybe stop cursing. But yeah, look at this. Seven of Swords, Six of Wands. Damn. Alright. Hold on. Will we ever know the truth? Will we ever know the truth? I'm going to be honest. Let me just clarify the Six of Wands. Will we ever know the truth? I'll be honest, no. The only people that know the truth are his kids, maybe his sister as well. But we would never know the truth. We would never know the truth. I feel like here, at least not for the moment, okay? But I see that definitely his close ones, like his kids, you see that? They know the truth. They know the truth. But us as people, I don't think we are knowing the truth anytime soon. At least not in the upcoming energy. But I do see that they know. They definitely know. Especially a female here knows about, and the doctor as well. They all know that he is still alive, right? These people. And I told you, Michael, I feel like right now, during these days, he's very close only to two people in his life, okay? 2 or 3 people, I told you guys, maximum, okay, in the beginning of the reading. All right, let's try to see anything else that we can get about Michael. And I do want to use another set of cards here for the upcoming questions. So let me get them here. Okay. I feel like I want to use, let me try and see which decks should I use. I feel like I want to use the dictionary. For those who are not familiar with the dictionary reading, you're going to witness one now. Spirit guides and angels, please do connect with Michael Jackson's energy to see if he still is live and among us right now or not. Did he fake his death or not? What's the truth of the situation and what can we learn or know from this? Okay. Okay. First of all, I have the word polychromatic and it says multicolored. I feel like this whole thing is multicolored or it's multi-layered, okay? I do have also the word poly, okay? This person, I feel like here Michael is like in more than one personality, or he exists in more than one personality among us. Like he's always changing his persona or identity for his own protection. That's what I'm getting. I have the word polygraph and it says lie detector, which is kind of creepy that we get polygraph, lie detector, right? Because we're asking if he did fake his death or not. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but I hope that it does show to you guys. It says lie detector, okay? Let's see, what else can we see? Also, I get something to do with Austria. Maybe he lives in Austria or he's been there or he has a residence there somewhere. Let's try to see. We have the word popular. He's definitely liked by many people. Okay. I'm also getting the word China, Austria. It's actually crazy that we have the word pop. He was the king of pop. So it's very interesting that we have pop here. If you guys can see, it says pop. He has a dog, or he owns a dog. I'm getting that. Let's try to see. Give me a few moments. This needs a little bit of time. We have the general public, right? It says we have the general public, it says here. And then above it, we have the word nonsense. I feel like here, this was nonsense. Like the news of him being like murdered or being killed was nonsense. Let's try to see what else we have here. Now, I can see that he does have cholesterol problems. Yes, that's true. Let's try to see what else. I also have something to do with this person. I feel like Michael spends a lot of time also on his, like, on a ship, you know? A yacht or something. We have also the word, it says pomp or pomp, I don't know how to pronounce it. It says splendid display and ceremony. So yeah, they did the funeral, right? So that may talk about the ceremony, the funeral ceremony. Let's see what else, what we can get. Okay, let's try to see about who was he, like, why did he do this, right? What led him towards the idea of faking his death? Whoever this person that he's afraid of, maybe he's from an Eastern country. I don't know why I'm getting the word East. Like he originally originates from the East. Let's try to see. Give me some time. Whomever this person is, I feel like Michael was a part of a community because we have the word our. It says belonging to us. And I have it twice. Our is belonging to us. And maybe he wanted to break free from whatever this is. Because we have here the word, it says ostracize, and it says exclude from a society or group. So I feel like here Michael wanted to exclude himself from a society and group, and maybe that was the reaction to that, which is why it led him towards the faking of his death. You understand? Because he was an outcast to these people, or to this person in general that was against Michael, because he wanted to break free, right? He wanted to break free. I don't know why I keep getting Austria, Australia as well as showing up here. Again, I get something to do with a boat, so I feel like maybe he spends more of his time on a boat. But they seen him as an outsider, and therefore they had some plans basically to come and get him, if you guys know what I mean. But that was the only option that was in front of Michael to avoid that from happening to him, because he was an outcast and he was looked at as an outcast by these people. Also, I'm getting Eastern Europe. Maybe he is in Eastern Europe. Maybe Michael does reside in Eastern Europe, maybe to avoid the fuss. But I don't think he's like still in the States. I do not think that he still is in the States. All right. Let's try to see what else can we get. Surprise visitor. It says different outcome than expected. Okay? Yeah, this is not like we all expect. Okay, this Michael have not died, okay? Because it says here different outcome than expected. We have courtship. It says social life. Meetings, social life. All right, let's see. Let's put all the cards together and then I will be telling you guys what's going on and what is what. We have gift of money, thoughts, sudden wealth, and fulfillment. I feel like Michael's decision was to leave all the spotlight, all the fame, all the, like, you know, the life of making, like, you know, success after success, because he wanted peace. Michael advocated for peace. He wanted peace. He just wanted to be peaceful. He didn't care about materialism. He didn't care about money. He didn't care about having more fame. He knew that he was famous on his own, just by his own aura, like even by doing even nothing, you know, like he had this aura that just made him famous, and he didn't care about fame, right? He didn't care about the money, but he wanted to just, you know, he wanted to stay in his power and he wanted his peace. This card says, it talks about peace. It says here peace. It says peace, harmony. Okay, so he just wanted his own harmony. He just wanted his own peace, which is why he decided to leave all this behind. All right, I just want to double check something. I'm going to ask them with these cards. Is Michael Jackson alive and among us at the moment? We have karmic cycle. It says karmic connection. It says karmic connections, repeated patterns or situations. All right, triggers. Let's see, what else? Is he among us right now? Courtship and sudden wealth. Is he among us right now? Short illness. Yes, I do think that he's among us, especially because we have the courtship. He's definitely among us. All right. Because even this card, it says stand still. All right. And here it says short rest, short illness, short rest. Okay. So he just wanted to disappear. Journey. And I definitely see that he's definitely not in the States though. But you know, Michael is so heartbroken and sad because of the fact that he left all this behind. But at the same time, he sacrificed his fame and what he loved to do the most to save himself, but also maybe save his own family, his own children, because he loved his children so much. I wouldn't be surprised if he was threatened alongside his children, but he decided to do that to protect both himself and his children, or his family in general. This is a lot more deeper than any one of you guys think. I hope that you guys enjoy this reading. I know it's not that long, but I hope that you guys had fun in listening to this reading and learned something from it. But I wish you guys the best. I am one of those people that really love Michael. I've always loved his music. He is a legend, and he will always be. Whether he is in the shadows or he's out in the spotlight, he's always going to be a legend, and that's what will always be the truth. So yeah, I will leave you guys with that. If you guys enjoyed this, please comment below. I'm very happy as well to read your opinions and ideas on this. But this is what I was able to see through my humble reading. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Take care.